Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Creative English Conversations. I'm your host, Noah.
And I'm Eva. It's great to be back. I have to say, Noah, I'm still thinking about all the snacks we talked about in the last episode. I went out and bought so many different kinds of chips.
Me too. My kitchen cupboards are overflowing. But today, we're moving on from what we eat to what we do for fun. We're going to be talking all about our favorite hobbies.
Yes, I love this topic. So, Noah, you go first. What do you do in your free time?
Well, for me, it's all about getting outdoors. My main hobby is hiking. I try to go every other weekend if the weather is good.
Hiking. That's cool. How did you get into that?
That's a great question, and it uses our first phrase, to get into something, which means to become interested or involved in an activity. I got into hiking in college. A friend invited me along, and I just fell in love with being in nature.
That makes sense.
It's just the perfect way for me to let off steam, after a long week of work. There's nothing better than being on a quiet trail. That phrase, to let off steam, means to release stress or pent up energy.
Oh, I can totally understand that. My hobby is kind of the opposite. I love painting. It's my way of relaxing, but it's much more of a quiet indoor activity.
Painting, that's amazing. Are you good at it?
I like to think so. For me, the best part is when I'm completely focused and the hours just fly by. It's like the rest of the world disappears. That's a feeling we describe with the phrase to be in the zone. It means you're so deeply concentrated on something that you're not aware of anything else around you.
Right. I get that with hiking sometimes, when it's just me and the trail. So, do you do any other creative things?
I dabble in a few other things, like pottery and sketching. To dabble in something means to try an activity, but not in a very serious way. I'm not an expert potter, but I enjoy trying it.
That's the best way to be. It's all about having fun. It actually makes me want to take up a new hobby myself. And there's our last phrase, to take up something, which means to start a new hobby or activity. Maybe I'll try painting.
You should. It's really rewarding. So I think that's a good point to do a quick recap of the vocabulary we've learned today.
Great idea. First up, we had to get into something, which means to become interested in it. For example, how did you get into hiking?
Next was to let off steam, which is to release stress, as in, I go for a run to let off steam after work.
Then we had to be in the zone, meaning to be deeply focused. When Eva's painting, she's completely in the zone.
Mm-hmm. After that was to dabble in, which means to try something casually. I dabble in photography, but I'm not a professional.
And finally, to take up, which means to start a new hobby. For instance, I'm thinking of taking up guitar lessons.
Perfect. We hope those phrases are useful for all of you listening. And that brings us to the end of another episode.
But before we go, we have a question for you. What are your favorite hobbies? What do you do to let off steam?
Let us know. You can find us on all our social media channels. Just search for Creative English Conversations. We'd love to hear from you.
And be sure to join us next time when we'll be talking about a very exciting topic, dream vacations.
Ooh, I can't wait for that one. Until then, take care and keep learning. Bye, everyone.
Bye!